How you expect to get full-time pay if you're only putting in part-time hours? Let's talk about it. What's up, everybody? My name is Tyrell White, aka B-Boy Native, and I've been breaking for 14 years coming out of Philadelphia. And today we're going to talk about how to become a full-time B-Boy and or B-Girl because it's for everyone. And I want to hop right into it. First and foremost, know that becoming a full-time breaker is not easy. It's not for everyone, okay? You need to put a whole bunch of time, dedication, and effort into becoming this full-time work because we are gig workers. We still are looked at as a street dance culture, right? So we're not seen as professional. So since we're not seen as professional, we're not going to get a lot of work coming in. And we have to keep putting ourselves out there on different platforms, networking with different schools and organizations in order to get these types of gigs so we can get paid full time. First, let's talk about the foundation. The foundation is the kids. You need to be ready to educate and teach kids how to break, right? The only way we can do that is through talking to schools and going to different organizations and or doing mano y mano one-on-one classes. But the only way you can do that is if you are around kids. And the only way you can be around kids if you set yourself up as a professional and have certifications to make sure you're cleared to work with kids. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So to work with kids, there are three main things that you need, three main certifications so you can be seen as safe and deemed responsible to take care of these kids, okay? First is FBI fingerprint. The government need to check out the prints, bruh. They need to see if you are you, okay? And you don't even have any history of doing things that are malicious and unsafe, okay? We are working with kids. We can't be looked as unprofessional, not having a documentation saying that I can take care of your child. That is key, okay? We want to make sure everyone's safe, and if we're going to work with the kids and build them up, this is the first thing you need to do. Second thing you need to do is go look for your child clearances, right? Child abuse clearances. You can find online, just type it in Google in whatever state you're in, and you pay the fee so you can get all that stuff done. Third and foremost, you need to learn CPR, right? And first aid application. If a child gets injured under your watch, you need child abuse clearances and you also need CPR and first aid applications all under your belt. And if you like it this far, we just started, hit that like button and subscribe button because you're going to help your boy out, okay? Second, you need professional documentation, right? You know what a resume is. What about an artist CV? A resume and an artist CV are two different things. A resume is all your past history of work, all your volunteer work, all your skills and different things that you've done within your life, right? Building up that resume to work for other people's. But an artist CV is for you. You work for yourself. It's like a resume for artists. It's specifically geared towards what you do as a profession. And what do you do as a profession? It's breaking. You feel me? Breaking is what we do as a profession. So that means all the jams that you've gone to, all the competitions that you've won, the workshops, the residencies, the performances, the one-on-one stuff. You want to put that on that artist CV because it directly shows the work that you have put in. Number two, the skill sets, right? Top rock, footwork, freezes, and power. You can put that in the skill category of it if you want to categorize it like that. But if you don't, you can look up different templates and they'll show you how you can categorize it. You just have to change things up because everybody doesn't break. So there are different artist CVs. An artist CV is how you directly target what you do as a profession because you are a professional, right? We need to hold ourselves as a professional, teaching artists, or put that down on the paper. So when you hand it to schools and or organizations who have kids and they have the funding for arts education, you can give them that artist CV and look professional now. So that's what you want to do. And pro tip, man, listen, make sure you have a track record, right? Make sure you have those list of jams that you've been through. If you don't have that, I created a competition tracker that you can download for free. Link in the description. Holla at your boy, right? So you can take the next step in becoming a full-time B-boy and or B-girl. We want to be professional. And if you keep saying that, oh, I'm not making money and people don't pay for my work, it's because you're not setting up yourself in a good package, right? Package yourself well, and then that package is going to roll out the dinero, okay? So make the CV easy, get those clearances, and you're already slashing off one and two off your list. We're going through it, right? You're becoming more and more professional as you listen on. And if you like that, subscribe. player. Okay. Oh man, I love talking to myself. Anyways, to elevate the next thing, right? You go to gyms, you get photos taken of you randomly. You need to seek out those photographers, right? And you need to get photos of yourself in action, and or you need to take videos of yourself with you and or your crew, and have that compiled in a nice file where you can put and show people like, hey, I've been doing this for this amount of time. For me, 14 years, and this is my track record. This is how I know I can teach your kids, right? Make sure you have videos of you teaching workshops and or pictures of you teaching multiple groups of people how to break, right? That's just going to add on into the arsenal in your profession as a professional b-boy. Make sure you have good headshots, right? You want to look good, you know what I'm saying? You want to look smexy. You got to look good with the headshots. You got to have headshots under your belt so you can just give it professional. Think about LinkedIn. You're not going to put you chilling out with the homies on the chair, on the sofa like this on your LinkedIn profile because you ain't getting no job. You feel me, player? Okay, so that's what you need to do. Get your headshot. So now we're going to get into step 4, different ways you can make an income from breaking. So you can teach workshops. You can do one-on-ones. You can enter competitions and win, which most people don't. Okay. And or you can set up a residency and do a week, a month, a year-long thing, sign a contract with the organization so you can get paid and put that cheddar in your pocket. You feel me? So let's break it down. Let's do workshops, right? Let's say you're going to an after school program, or let's just say a dance studio to keep it very simple. A dance studio, what you need to do for that is offer your service for free. Don't be out here hate playing, right? They don't know who you are from thick or thin, so you need to get your foot in the door. And the way you do that is, hey, Mr. or ma'am, I would like to offer my service for free in your studio, and so kids can see what I can do and I can bring more value to their company, right? Instead of thinking about you, you need to think about them and how you can provide value to them so they can bring you back on. You can just reel them in. Trust me, everybody hasn't seen breaking, and when they see it in person, that's a different story, right? And then already on top, the whipped cream, you add in on top, you add in the free workshop that you can give, and they see that you put in the work and they see the kids happy. I guarantee they're going to bring you back. Okay. Do free workshops, and then that's when you can start talking about numbers. Okay. Depending on how much experience you have is how much you should charge. Don't try to put a rug from under people, right? And overcharging them from your lack of experience, because you ain't that fresh. You feel me? You're not. So thinking about it like this college has a 4-year program, right? For you to get undergrad and you go to graduate school and then you could possibly get a doctorate. Think about that. It's like 10 years. So you need a minimum of 4 years to get paid anywhere from 35 to about $100 an hour, which is a good range. Okay. But you need to make sure that the Move It, right? MOVET is on point, and Move It is musicality, originality, vocabulary, execution, and technique. Okay, you've seen these categories in breaking in the competitions. You need to follow that blueprint so you can, you know, adequately set yourself up for success. Another way to go in is performances, right? If you have your crew, hey, we can create a performance for you and it's cost X, Y, and Z, right? And you make that performance. It can be an hour, but you can all get paid. Once again, these schools and organizations, they have artist funding, specifically schools. And you need to look up certain school and your school districts to see how much artist funding they have allocated. So when you go to schools, you are prepared to say, oh, okay, you didn't know that? Oh, I just checked within the school district and it said that your budget is X, Y, and Z. We are a fraction of that price. So we guarantee we will provide your kids a fun experience and value if you bring us on. And matter of fact, we'll give you a free workshop. Okay, you see what you're doing? You see, you're putting your foot right in the door. That's what you need to do. All right. You need to be professional and figure out ways of how you can elevate. Competitions, bruh, can we talk about that? You're not winning those competitions all the time. Competitions is not where it's at. I don't want you to rely on competitions. You need to keep that for you, for fun, just to build that CV, right? To build that competition tracker so you can build up your resume. Okay. That's what you should focus on competitions for. But everything else, you need to lock in with that. Another thing, when you're approaching schools and organizations, you need program development, a curriculum, learning objectives, age appropriate assessments, and different methods that you can use to show that you have a curriculum that these children can follow. You can have a basic, an intermediate, and an advanced category list of what Top Rock footwork freezes and power is, right? So if you're doing basic, these are the basic tie rock steps: footwork, freezes; intermediate, tie rock, footwork, freezes; advanced, tie rock. You get it, okay? You can put it like that. Just type it in and leave it in the comments if you want me to create a tracker for you, because I can give you examples on how do you do that. But you want to create a curriculum for parents and other staff, adults, right? They can keep track. I'm like, oh, okay, my children are getting this good, right? They completed their checklist, if you want to say it like that. They're getting better. There's some type of tangible checklist or curriculum that they can keep track of for their kids and basically score them or grade them, right? Breaking isn't about grades and scores, but when you come into these professions, if you want the monies, you got to get professional. Now, all that wrapped in together, lastly, you need to market yourself accordingly, right? We got social media, emails, all that, the leads you need to have. The media accounts you need to have so people can see what you do, so you can pull up your track record and they can say, oh, he or she is really legit. So different platforms, Instagram, you can put on daily trainings and promos of you breaking or setting something up for performance, right? People can watch it and say, oh, that looked pretty good. Let me bring him or her on. Number two, YouTube. You can do tutorial content, or you can do, and your battle footage is up on YouTube, right? So use all your battle footage that's on YouTube and put it within your portfolio. People will contact you. And there's all other platforms that you can use, but use whatever you're comfortable with and you have experience in, because that is going to allow you to bring the most value to these kids and these organizations. So remember, becoming a full-time b-boy or b-girl, it's not easy. It's not for everyone, but it can be for you, okay? If that's the path that you want to take, you can do it. You just have to be professional, dedicated, and you have to put in the time. Make sure you get all the time, keeping track of things, being responsible, and making sure that, you know what I mean, you're trying to change the perspective of how people see breaking, right? Oh, it's a street dance culture. Don't you spin on your head on your back? Yes, I do, but it's seen as this and X, Y, and Z. Okay, explain it so people know that we're changing. Okay, we're not just them Backstreet Boys or whatever you want to call us that you think that we are, that spin on, on concrete. All right, it's not like that anymore. Be professional, be accountable. Comment below which one of the tips are your best ones, and holla at me on Instagram at bboynative or talk about breaking. I'm out.